Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome again to complete our lessons about pollution. We started to talk about the nutrient cycles and we explained them all. We talked about our earth and what happened all the time in the earth. As we know now, we should have balanced economy. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس صدق الله العظيم. So Allah told us that everything bad will happen to the earth, land or water. It will be because of our reactions. So our bad activities, harmful activities also destroyed our earth partially. How? We'll explain now. We'll take some points to explain. I think you covered many times this point in your social studies especially and your previous science studying, but today we want to focus and concentrate in the pollution in biology. So what is pollution? Is the presence or introduction into our environment of any substance that will be harmful or poison or have harmful or poisonous effects. So all of you know now the definition of pollution. Let us see or concentrate about land pollution and water pollution. What are the sources and what will be the effects? Let us start with the sources. In land, يعني simply we can mention dirt or rubbish. Simply thing, all of us know this. Second thing is chemical substances that added to the soil itself, and we'll explain this point in details when we'll explain the acid rains. Next lesson, inshallah, we will take acid rains. So God willing, when we'll discuss this acid rains, you will understand what about the chemical substances that will be added in the soil. Also, we are adding some chemical substances in the soil. So now, what are the effects of this? Number one, changing in the soil properties surely, and number two, harming the living organisms. You can check with me this photo, it is real. I want you to say for Allah, thank you, alhamdu wa shukrullah. Every time you will be outdoor in your country Oman, say thank you Allah for this clean Oman. And the people of Oman also, the nation, all the nation, I should mention that they are a very clean nation, and they care about cleaning all the time. It's a very good and excellent even properties in all Omanis. So these photos for rubbish, I told myself not enough to show that hand drawing. No, not like this. Should have real. I swear it is real, and more than this. I swear, more than this in many countries, sorry to say, even Arabian countries, many countries is like this. So they didn't understand what are the results. But I want you now to know. Let us go to water pollution also. The sources, many sources, we will focus or concentrate on petrol production that pass in the ships in the water. So While the ships is going in the waters, you are giving the water pollution. They will harm the marine animals as an effect. Also sewage wastes. يعني I'm sorry to mention this, but by my own eyes I saw some people are using sewage or putting sewage wastes in same waters they are using for cleaning their or washing their clothes. They can't understand now. When we have corona now, many concepts we should understand, but again and again I want you to say alhamdu wa shukrillah for your clean oman. Alhamdu wa shukrillah, a big gift from Allah to have this clean oman, believe me. So now, increasing in sewage wastes in our water, directly it will increase the poisons minerals, the poisons, even metals. You know, when we are giving wastes, our body, when it will give waste, it will give even the amounts of, especially for nitrogen, as I explained for you before. This amount of nitrogen will make very, very big problems in our, not just our water, no, side by side with our fruits, with our vegetables, when will it will take or absorb water from the soil. So now let us see what happened. Nobody will be happy if, if he will eat a fish from this sewage. Not just eating fish, I told you before, sometimes wallah, they will clean even their clothes in same water. So now with our plastic rubbish, nobody will be happy, and also fishes will not enjoy, will not have healthy and good economy for them. Petrol, also petrol oil, is a very, very big problem that will destroy the fishes itself, and we'll discuss more and more here in this lesson and later inshallah in points. What happened for this fish? So let's now see the effects of metals and mineral poisoning. I told you everything will give pollution will add poisons. So what about the poisons that will add as metals or minerals? Check with me here the element and its effect. Number one, lead, then magnesium, then zinc, all will be in your water. All will be in your water. It will destroy the cell. It will destroy the cell contents for any living organism, even the fish, even the plant that will absorb this water or use this water. And also later when we use it side by side, it will harm our cell by destroying it. Go to mercury, another element, Hg. It will affect in the nervous system and destroy it. See, my dears, lead, magnesium, zinc, and especially mercury are concentrated in fish, especially in big fish, especially in big fish. And I know two different Arabian countries, two different, not same. خلاص, two type of peoples that depend on fish in their food or like fish so much. One of them is a fisherman. It's real. What I'm telling you, it's real. One of them is a fisherman, and the other one is a regular one. Both are using so much amount of uh, fish, especially put many lines, big fish. So when they eat and eat more and more big fish, what happens? It affects the nervous system. It's two real stories or two real persons I know about them. So I want you to know. I want you to know. I want you to give advices for others. Tell them. You know, if you will tell what you know from from any logic, from your studying, it's very great thing to for your life. So now I want you to know that big fishes especially has big amount for them. All fishes, but big is much. So also cadmium will harm the metabolism of some other minerals. It will affect other minerals in your body. So these minerals, whatever you will eat with them, or these metals, whatever you will eat more and more, it will not be useful for you because no metabolism will happen. Do you remember the word or concept metabolism? Metabolism we studied in grade 9. It means the releasing of energy, how the minerals or metals or any food you have, it will give benefits in your body, but by this process. So also it will give us a very big problem. It's a death of marine living organisms. Why they did? Because of the dissolved oxygen, extra dissolved oxygen in the water. Sorry, not extra, less dissolving oxygen in the water. How the water will be dissolved in the how the oxygen will be dissolved in the water if there is more and more metals and the minerals are dissolving in the water. So what happened to the marine living organisms? They can't breathe. They can't breathe. They are depending on solving or dissolved water, dissolved oxygen in the water. Dissolved oxygen in the water. They are depend on when they are breathing. So while this amount is less, this gas exchange or breathing will be destroyed. They will have their enough dissolved oxygen from their water. But because of the increasing of this, again and again the problem will be bigger and bigger. So number one, the first thing in this problem, number one, there is no more oxygen or enough oxygen for the marine. So what happened when this marine will not take this enough oxygen? They will die. So what happened? Again and again increasing of death. So number one, death from pollution, death from less amount of oxygen, and more death because of the less amount of oxygen is increasing. So other marine organisms all will be harmed. Also because of the pollution, the oxygen will be less, so this will lead to more and more death living organism as explained for you. So no end. If still pollution, still less oxygen, still marine living organisms will die. Again and again, more and more will die. Because the death itself, when they will die, they will make the problem bigger and bigger. The effect of non-degradable plastic. Non-degradable plastic. You know and you have idea about the recycling. All of us now know about the recycling. To recycle again and again the substances, objects even, especially plastics. What happens if this plastic will not go by years? It will stay in our earth. It will lead the soil to losing of soil fertility. So no more fertilization in the soil. it will not be suitable for more plant growth. So number one, the soil will be harmed as the soil will not be suitable for more plant growth. Number two, it will block the light that the weeds need to receive, and after time, not just the plant will be die. So no, let us stop here. When we have more and more plastic around the weeds, you know, weeds not long, so it is short. So the plastic, when it will be around it, it will block the sunlight to reach these weeds. Once it will happen, what happen, or what will be the result? Number one, this weeds itself, they selves, they will die, and also the insects and the other living organisms, micro living organisms, will die because they used to depend on these weeds in their habitats, also in their feeding. So now we will not just lose our weeds, no, also will use other living organisms, insects, useful insects actually, and very very useful to make the balance. If you are not eating it, if we are not using it, I want you to put in your mind not all the benefits that I should use it, I should eat it, not like this, not like this, because it will be useful if it will make if it will give me the balanced economy. That meaning everyone ignore it for many 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 years. That's why we have these problems of pollution now. So now you understand what is the problem of this plastic if it will not go or be destroyed by years. Maybe you noticed once from some shops here, famous shops by the way, everyone is buying from this shop, I know, I'm sure. خلاص, if you have some plastic bags from them for 2 3 years, you will not see in your cupboard, it will start to be like dust, it will go. Why? Because they used biodegradable plastic. It's much better than regular plastic because by years it will be finished, it will go, it will convert to just plastic dust. It will not be same shape. But for many many years, all the earth suffered from that plastic that will not go. No change will happen for this plastic. In the end, I hope you enjoyed your lesson, and I want to say thank you for all the ICT teachers, and especially for our leader, Mr. Yunus Al Rahbi. Thank you and best wishes for all.